What's up, guys? So I got a bunch of shit in today, like I normally do. But first off, a couple cheap CDs that I picked up. So something that I've been kind of doing over the last year or so is getting like cheap CDs of a lot of type of bands that I very actively avoided for one reason or another. So yeah, first one I'm gonna feature is something that I consider in that category, and that is My Chemical Romance's The Black Parade. Yeah, I mean, I grew up during that era, and I was definitely into this type of music, but I was just never really into My Chemical Romance. But I had one of the songs in my head, so I figured, what the hell, I'll get The Black Parade. And doing this, I guess you could call it an experiment. A lot of times I find myself enjoying the music more than I anticipated. And if I can be honest, my opinion on My Chemical Romance has not really changed. One thing that I do like, though, is the typography in there. I like how it looks kind of like a newspaper. Kind of reminds me of the Chariots, The Fiance, which I know this is like a super niche thing to nerd out about, but like as far as like album typography goes, that's probably one of my favorite albums. But like I said, that's a super nerdy detail that has no real effect on the music. Another album that I picked up on CD at a cheap price. This is one that I've been meaning to get for a while, is Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill, 90s alternative pop rock. Pretty much like, say, like the rawest sound you're gonna get from pop rock. So those of you who have been with me for like a really long time, kind of seen through the different eras of my channel. At one point I was more focused on like unboxings and collectibles and subscription boxes and that type of stuff. And in that era, there's one guy. Most of the people that I knew from that era are inactive, which is, why I imagine most people don't really know about my history. But there's one guy called Angry Unboxing Nerd, and one time he posted a video of himself in his car just singing along to You Ought to Know, but he was singing really badly and he didn't know like half the lyrics, and like during the pre-chorus part he just went wah 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 wah, and that's what that song always makes me think about. Alright, so I got some vinyl in today. Alternative Press was doing a deal. It's like three. It was like a set list. You can just pick any three, but it was like three vinyls for I think it was like $60 or something like that. So yeah, I think there was like four that I was actually eyeing, but these are what I ended up going with. So let's start off with this one. We got Foo Fighters, Saint Cecilia EP. Been meaning to get this one. I think this one was, its standard price was actually only $20 or something like that. So I technically didn't save money. I mean, if I wanted to go for the better bargain, I probably should have got the other album that I was eyeing. But I ended up deciding to go more with what I was really wanting the most, more than best bargain. So yeah, you can tell me I'm a moron for doing that or whatever will make you happy, but looks like not really anything to it, just a record and a jacket. Next up, been meaning to not necessarily pick up this album, I really just listen to this artist more because I haven't really heard much outside of like just some brief song clips, but I really liked what I heard, and that is FKA Twigs LP1. So kind of more on the pop end of things, but kind of like the more weird experimental type pop that, you know, would either flatter Bjork or get Bjork to send in a plagiarism lawsuit. One or the other. I haven't heard Bjork actually say anything about this, so I have no idea what her opinion on FKA Twigs would be. But, you know, it's in that kind of more experimental electro pop type area. Yeah, I dug what I heard. I know this has been out for like a long ass time. Let me see if I can. 2014. So this album's over 10 years old. I'm just now getting around to it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it. And lastly, I've been wanting to get more albums from this band. That is The Offspring's Conspiracy of One. I only have Americana, got it on CD, so now I have some vinyl from them, and my battery's dying, so I don't got a whole. I mean, I should be able to finish this without stressing, since I have a new phone with much better battery than my last one. You weren't keeping up with that. It got to the point where like I literally couldn't use my phone without having it plugged in and charging for the last few days of its life. But yeah, got Offspring's Conspiracy of One. See, what's his name? Diaries of a Vinyl Addict, I think is his name now. He changed it at some point. See him post this album a lot. It's on blue vinyl. Take a look at that inner sleeve again. All their social media. I think it's kind of funny that it lists their Facebook, just because Facebook's kind of entering that MySpace era where nobody really cares about it anymore. I mean, I guess if you like still use social media for like personal stuff, like, you know, keeping up with like your family and that kind of shit. I mean, that I feel like is really all that Facebook's really used for now these days, but it's not really used much for like, you know, actual like, at least I would say entertainment stuff. It's a good social media site for like businesses and that kind of thing, but I just think it's funny seeing like a band Facebook these days because nobody really uses it. But yeah, that is all the stuff that I got today. Main show I'm looking forward to right now is July 4th with Galactic Engineers and the Fuckless, so keep an eye out for footage from that. There's a handful of others that I'm kind of considering, so we'll see when those get here, and yeah, I'll see y'all for my next video.